So, welcome back. Yesterday, I spoke about being courteous. So, like today, I went to do brunch and I ate like I would say half good, half bad. So, I had at a brunch spot, I had impossible sausage and scrambled eggs, and then I had two pancakes. So the two pancakes was like my splurge meal for today, but it was still all good. I went to the grocery store and I got some fruits and veggies to get me through the rest of the weekend. So when I was there, I experienced like actually having to step up for myself or speak up for myself. And yesterday I made a video about speaking up for yourself. So today I actually had to implement it like directly after making that video. And the waiter, she was trying to overcharge me for something, and I just explained to her that the restaurant didn't have what I originally wanted, so I wanted her to substitute something for me. But it wasn't my issue that the restaurant ran out of whatever I originally wanted. So I just basically had to articulate that in a very courteous way. But typically, sometimes I have been, like I said, I usually be like explosive. I don't really correct people the first time they do something. So I'm trying to get out of that. And the way I am moving out of that space is one, creating those boundaries I spoke about on yesterday. Two, actually implementing speaking up for myself, far as, hey, I explained to you before you brought this over here that I wasn't going to pay an upcharge for it, even though it's like nickels and dimes. It's not that serious, but it's just you have to do this in every arena of your life. You can't just let it slide one time because then you'll say, well, oh, I should have never did that or whatever. You'll start feeling kind of like taken advantage of for some reason. I'm not sure what this emotion is, but I know articulating in a very respectful, soft tone, being very communicative, like, hey, just vocalizing what you actually wanted to get accomplished. Because sometimes I can just tell the other person I'm with, like, babe, explain to the lady what I'm trying to say. But as an adult, as a mother, as an influencer, as a professional, and just as a human, you have to learn how to speak up for yourself, not let things frustrate you. Even when people don't understand, continue to repeat yourself until they get what you're trying to say. Because if you allow that to happen in one area of your life, it's a trickle down domino effect. It's going to continue to happen in your life throughout your day, and then you become this explosive, angry, frustrated, furious person all the time. Excuse me. And yes, I am still drinking my water. I did work out early this morning, and that was very beneficial because I ate those two pancakes. So I'm glad I did get up and do something and didn't let the devil defeat me. Um, but yeah, just learn how to be courteous by speaking up for yourself. Like I said, no matter whether it's in a professional setting, a friendship, a relationship, family ship, all of these relationships and interactions matter. Every little thing counts. And you don't have to be very like anal, but you kind of gotta be if you're a nice person or if you have been a softie for a long time. You have to start speaking up for yourself and letting people know that that behavior will no longer be tolerated. No, I'm not going to pay that price because you told me I wouldn't have to. Now you want to change your mind, and that's not fair to me. Or if you tell your children they're on punishment, that punishment need to last from that day to the last day when you say they need to get off of it. If you tell your significant other this is how things are going to move going forward, this is how it has to move going forward. If you tell the waiter that you want an orange juice and they brought you apple juice, hey, sorry, this isn't what I asked for. Can you bring me orange juice instead? Be very courteous. You don't have to be nasty. And I think sometimes when people are gifted and when people are educated and when people feel entitled, they get nasty. Because typically I would just say, oh my God, this lady is so incompetent. She's new. You know, in my mind, I would just get kind of frustrated. But then me and my fiance, we always get new people when we go to restaurants. And it's because they know the type of era that you bring. Like you're going to be positive, you're going to be okay with mistakes. Not saying that you look like you can get run over, but you just look like you have a nice energy about yourself. So people put new people with people like that that's in the restaurant staff because they know, like, hey, this is going to be an agreeable couple. You know, they're not going to be very angry if you make a mistake. So I kindly just explained to her what I needed to happen. And it was very big for me because I'm not usually the person to talk to the waiter. I usually let my fiance do that because sometimes my personality can be very dominant and authoritative, and sometimes it intimidates people. And I don't even mean to do it because I'm a really nice person. But yeah, I felt really good, really brave, and really just really good about the experience I had earlier while interacting with the waiter. And it's really big for me because I typically don't. I typically take that passive, like, oh, everything's good or whatever approach about things. But here this year, 2023, 23, and my third day of vacation is coming to an end. So I wanted to end it on a good note, had brunch, worked out, create videos, and talked to some people, responded to some emails, and it has been really good so far. So I just wanted to encourage you to stand up for yourself, continue to set those boundaries, stick to those boundaries, and even when you're tired, keep going. God bless.